Hello everyone, we are back with Octopath Traveler 2. Last time, we started the final journey. The journey for the dawn, as it were. As the world has been enshrouded in night. Some areas more than others, but overall, we did a lot of things. We fought a surprise enemy over here in Flame Church. And then we headed up to the cathedral because something stood out. Well, a few things. We also found a journal here that explained a lot of stuff. We have an idea of where we might want to go next. But we're still here because this stands out. A statue of Aber, the Prince of Thieves. Let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. And lo and behold, at the end of last time, we discovered this. The UI calls to me. Inventory. Valuables. The shiny mirror. A blue flame is reflected within. Nothing happened. Two gods gaze upon the sacred flames die. Oh, so maybe I have to stand right next to it? Is that what it's saying? Okay, hold up. Last idea is that I get both of them in the party, maybe? Oh, now we're cooking. Now, I can't tell if it's shining with more effects now or not. The mirror reflects the memories of the sacred flame. So I guess we needed both of them in the party to do this. Hello?
Wake up, Tansy.
Oh, shit. This is the lady that we picked up the thing for.
Night has come. Wake up, Tansy. Night has come.
Be gone, vixen.
Sister Mint?
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I fell asleep without realizing it. Do not worry. You must have been quite tired. You traveled far to see my wish granted.
You know, I just realized, if we have Mint as one character that, well, big shock after last time, is evil, we have Mint in this location, and we got I forget what the person's name that we picked up, at the start in Hikari's chapter 1, we did a bit of breezing over a journal we collected all the way back then too. If we met Mint here, and now we're seeing memories related to her in the past, or, well, we got the Tansy's frickin' journal. I'm wondering if that person's going to show up if we go in the direction of the southwest. And my thoughts are we have to go to Ku. I remember on the map there was 4 locations that stood out. It was Flame Church, I think the whatever there was, the frickin' ruins in the southwest over by Ku, to the east of Ku. There was Totohaha, which I think that maybe my only thought is that we haven't really learned much about this Dark Hunter, Dark Slayer person. I can never remember what it was, but we haven't really heard much about them in a while, and we still don't know what happened to the owl, the final boss that we fought for Ochet's route. We never really fully learned what the hell happened there, and I think in order to figure that out, we're probably going to get lore on that from Totohaha. And then last but not least is the Fell Sun Ruins up by Crack Ridge. That is the last place, and I'm curious about that because I do remember that's where one of the flames is. So sorry for all this preamble. I'm just kind of listing my thoughts and seeing what ends up sticking and what doesn't.
Sister Mint? I mean, goddess.
Maybe Caldina's dead though. I was thinking for Fell Sun Ruins, it would have to be something related to what, the call, I guess?
I would do anything if it brought me closer to you.
Doomed Yuri.
Your devotion is moving. You have gone far beyond my every expectation. And must be rewarded.
How so?
Rewarded? I love you, Tansy.
Oh.
Huh?
Holy shit.
It's so dark. Where am I? What? My body?
Dude, the frickin' sound effect when that enveloped her. Holy shit, that was creepy. Oh, she got deleted.
Pathetic child. Oblivious until the very end.
Wait, did that snuff out the... Oh shit, that's how the flame went out?
This is what you wanted, is it not?
So, Tansy was killed off. So what was in that journal we found that said an island at the edge of the world or something? Or the edge of the continent?
You desired to see the dawn.
And yet you screamed in terror at the dark. Hee 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 hwa. Hee 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 hwa hwa hwa.
The sacred flames have been snuffed out.
Wait, so did you deal with all four? I kind of assumed it would be 4 bad guys at different locations, taking out each one simultaneously.
Surrender yourself not
Unto
unto
silent dusk.
For
The light shall fade. We've heard this plenty.
And soon the world shall know the joy of a dawn that never comes.
I don't know why you're so obsessed with dark. Listen, I enjoy a good night's sleep too, but like, y'all need to...
All who stand in my way shall be cast aside.
Well, that didn't age well.
I shall root out the travelers and bury that wretched mirror beneath the earth.
Holy shit. We were actually referred to as the Travelers. We're the Octopath Travelers! I've made this bit!
That it may never enkindle the flames again.
Holy shit, I made the bit into reality. I manifested it from making this joke for most of the series. I haven't made it in a bit regardless, but... The first sacred flame burns anew. Oh shit, and everyone's back. Let's hear the travel banter, eh? Between these two. So this is the night. Could this darkness she spoke of be Vide? Vide. Legends portray him as a god of fear and destruction, which means that the dawn must be. I spoke with the children of this village not long ago. It seems there's going to be a concert tomorrow. Dulcinea is coming to entertain everyone with her dancing. Those children were waiting for the dawn with stars in their eyes. It was a beautiful sight, like gemstones glittering in the dark. They see nothing but hope. Indeed. That's why I made a promise to them. A promise that I would steal back the dawn. You truly are Aber come again. Is that meant to be a compliment? But of course. Now then, shall we get to work, Aber? There certainly is a lot of work to be done. More than I've ever done before. Wow. Protect the people in the church. Okay, I can't change the time still. That is not an option. Even if only for a moment. It was a bit more than a moment. Damn it, I can't stop shaking. I cannot blame you. Alright, we can't even look into... I mean, we can still technically look into some stuff, but... Okay. Well, I guess we've learned all we needed to about this one. That is cool that it makes you make use of everyone, it seems. I will say it is kind of funny that they have a freaking Prince of Thieves outside of a church. Like, it's one thing to have, you know, the man himself chilling over here. Like, that's, you know, literally a man of the cloth or whatever you want. But on the opposite side, to have a freaking Prince of the Thieves also outside of the cathedral, that takes some balls, honestly. Oh, crap. Yep, and look at the screen down there. Now one of them's lit up. That's freaking wild that it was the flame church. It was the sacred flames that were being shown there this entire time. I'll be damned. Yeah, I want to talk to everyone in here, see if we can get anything. Since the darkness fell upon us, I hope... Director. Dark night had fallen. No, it's like darkness itself. Elfric and the sacred flame. Alright. I mean, I could probably talk to these people for some more stuff, but I think that's the majority. Oh, shit! Yo, that's cool as hell. Instead of the freaking smog, it's just a flame. That's awesome. All right. I'm most curious about the one over in Ku. Tranquil Grotto. Guess that's where we're heading next, eh? Start off in Ku. One light's restored, and onwards to the next. Whoa. Oh, it's you. Brick by brick. Brick by brick. Let's see. I'm gonna guess that we need Hikari and Agnea for this. In which case, let's put Agnea to the forefront. We've just got all our lowest level characters here again, but hey, whatever. You got anything good? Fighter's headband. I mean, I'll take it. Just wasn't expecting something like that. Here we go. We can get some info on you. Protectors, preservers from the ravages of war. Alright. Simple, but hey, efficient. Southern Ku Sands, eh? The utter lack of music, I will say, is kind of telling. Like, you don't really get much else. Okay, unpausing because there's not even any battle music. You are simply just fighting these... Ugh. That's just unsettling. Not even battle music? Like, good lord. Like, listen, I'm used to some of this stuff. I can't say I was used to that. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Onwards, onwards, onwards. Let's get ourselves out of here. Eastern Ku. Danger level 51. I can't tell if I like it more without the music or with this creepy shit. Honestly, real hard to tell. Ah, crap. I mean, it's definitely got to be over here, right? Like, where the hell else would it be? Ah, shit. I will say it is kind of just humorous how good it feels to have Throne in the party now. Because, like, now that we're stuck in an eternal night, it just makes sense. Because we just start every battle with an insane amount of, what do you call it? You get, like, 3 big-ass buffs just chilling. So, I'm guessing we're going to the end of this place. Certainly can't see shit. But the fact that we can't see shit, in my opinion, kind of seems telling of the fact that we're going the right way. Oh my god. Is this it? Ugh. The problems of not having my usual bullshit in the party. Is this where I'm even supposed to go? Let me zoom out. This definitely looks like it. It's the area that's most heavily shrouded. Sorry, I just need to put on my stuff, though. Getting freaking bit to pieces. Here we are. We're here. Seal Tige, Lady of Grace. Alright, Seal Tige, and what's the other one? I just kind of want to know the name. Alright. Brand the Thunderblade. Adoi. That's actually one of the easier ones to remember, and I think that's the reason why I didn't. I didn't remember it because it was too easy. Memories of the Sacred Flame. We didn't get one for this, though.
It was hope that drove me to live, to survive. Drove me away from death's clutches, to guide others along the same path.
Is this the one guy we heard about?
But hope was a mistake. There is nothing worth living for. Nothing in this cruel, unsightly world. There is no dawn worth waiting for.
Man, am I glad that we're on the good guys' side, because if like we just had these messages and we didn't have an obvious resolution, this shit would just be depressing as hell. Oh crap. Maybe it is.
What would you give to see the morrow, Lord Ageha?
Wait, that's Kazan speaking? Is he the fucked up dude oh shit.
Kazan,
General Ageha.
why did you betray us?
No way! This is a wild reveal. I wouldn't have expected Kazan to be evil. Alright, well, Mint was kind of like out of left field, but it was still like we hadn't spent enough time with her to really care majorly because she was only around for chapter 1. Kazan, though, that's like, a character that we've known for a longer while.
You lifted up Lord Mugen to the throne, then you tore him down from it.
To throne, then you tore him down. Wait, is this... Oh, right, yeah, this is recent, duh. Of course, all these events are real recent because it happened literally, like, right before the dawn, or before the flames were snuffed out.
An eagle must hide his talons.
Kazan's voice got so much more deeper that I didn't even recognize him at first. I thought that the guy on the right was talking instead of Kazan until we saw them and then he started talking. Cause I'm trying to remember, Kazan, he didn't sound this deep-pitched before.
It was the only way to catch my true quarry. The Dark Blood Blade.
So that was your goal, eh?
The sacred treasure of Clan Ku. Not an easy thing to steal. Not so long as Mugen stood in my way. So I cut him down.
I mean, technically it was Hikari that did that, even if you used him.
With Hikari's sword.
There we go. That's better.
You? What are you?
Are you the... No. Unless... Well, because maybe Kazan isn't a real name, just like Mint.
For years I have hidden my intentions from Ku. My very name.
Here we go.
But now you shall know it. Oboro.
Oboro. Yeah, that's what I had a feeling. That Oboro's journal, that was the other one we saw. So, where are the other two? Because I only found Oboro's journal, and that was in Hikari's chapter 1. I'm still shocked by how long of a con they played with this. But does that mean there's journals for the other two that we've yet to see? Because I just happen to be doing
All
it.
I did to prevent the tide of darkness that waits on the morrow from reaching us.
What?
Within this blade slumbers the power of the shadow.
So you're trying to suppress the darkness using the shadow?
The power to quench the flames.
Huh? Wait, no. So you are taking the... What? I'm getting mixed signatures from what you just said.
However,
Signals, I mean.
such a feat cannot be accomplished without a sacrifice.
Oh, so you're killing him. Understandable. Rest in peace, dude. Oh, you're consuming his ass. Ugh, jeez. Christ. Snuffed out.
The accursed blood of Darkest. If not for its taint, we may have seen a desert free from the stain of crimson.
Darkest, eh?
And now, I end this.
What are you cooking, Aboro?
Hikari. Goodbye, old friend. This world's end calls to me.
Where the hell did you go?
Soon, you shall have the world you envisioned. A world without bloodshed.
Yeah, a world that doesn't even exist doesn't count as that.
For oblivion shall bring peace.
Oh my god. That's certainly a way to twist his intentions. Oh yeah, please let us hear travel banter for this. Kazan's plans. Where is he? Unlike, maybe he's just not a fighter unlike Mint, so he doesn't really care as much. But does he exist somewhere? That's kind of the question now, isn't it? Like, can we find this dude? Is he gonna show up later? Or is he just... Or did he do his thing and now he's just waiting? Kazan. Mugen's rebellion. The raising of the city. Even my ascent to the throne. Were they all just more of your plots? Were we all played into your hands? How many of my friends died because of you? Hikari. Ever since I was a child, I spoke with him about the future I envisioned. A future without bloodshed. Were our deals so different? Why did he do this? He aims to bring an end to the world. We have to stop him. Together. We will. We'll lead everyone towards the dawn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What do I even say to that? Oh, jeez. I kind of want to go to Toto Haha last, just because that's the most, Tombs of the... What the fuck? We're going there? Oh my god, that's the tutorial! Okay, yeah, we're saving that for last. That seems way too fitting to do as the last one. Like, I mean, I know that this was a level 1 area. This is like a starting area 2. But, like, this is literally the very, very start of our personalized journey. Like, I have to save that. So, I guess with that, we move on to Crackridge. I'm guessing that now we need Oswald and Particio. That's 2 flames dealt with. Formation. I really do wish that this option was just the thing we had during the entire game. Kind of very silly that they just waited on it. Alright. Sorry, I like Particio more at the front. He's just a cool and silly guy. What else do I say? I should probably save, actually. God, the lack of music is deafening. I feel like I have to talk even more than I usually do, just to frickin' break the silence. So, we're going... Abandoned Road, Felsun Ruins. Yep, we are heading eastward. I should probably take a drink. Cue the music. Well, this is definitely going faster since we didn't have to fight a boss for that one. Who knows, maybe Mint was the exception instead of the rule. I gotta say, now that I think about it, this might be one of our most stacked parties we could have just for, like, burning through all this stuff. We have Particio, who can donate BP and stuff.
I shall be your opponent.
We have Hikari to do massive physical damage. We've got Oswald for magic damage. And then we have Throne, who's supplying the nighttime buffs along with other stuff. Like, this shit's just kind of wild. Check this.
Thank you kindly.
Now, it's over.
Alright, maybe not that. Aber, Prince of Thieves. It did slightly over the cap, at least. Alright. At least we get the music continuing in this area. Right, we went here with Temenos originally. Almost thought that was something we could grab, but turns out no. Alrighty. And time to get blinded. Blinded by the darkness instead of the light. Oh, shit. Journal fragment. No way! Scrivener? Oh no, don't tell. I'm not even looking at my screen right now because I don't want to know. I don't want to get spoiled by looking ahead. I am closing my eyes right now. But if Ori is one of the four, I'm going to lose it. That would be the funniest shit. Especially after all the shit I've given her because of her mic peaking. It would be the funniest shit in the world if she turned out to be one of the four evil people. So it seems like we're seemingly having nice characters being turned evil. That seems to be the case for most of us. And the last thing we have is... the only ones we have left are Casti and Ochette. But the thing is, there isn't really many reoccurring characters in either of their routes. And that kind of makes me think that... I don't know. Because Casti was mainly about heirs apothecaries and Trousseau, all of which are now dead. Like, there isn't like any characters in her route that could return. I'm just saying this assuming Ori is we're actually continuing on this train of thought and Ori is evil. I still ain't reading this on my screen right now. I'm looking away from my monitor as I'm saying all this. But in that case, that leaves Ochette's route, which for that, we've heard about the Dark Hunter, who I still don't know who the hell that is. But if we're talking about good characters that are actually evil, then I think like the only option we have, or the only options we have, are either Master Juva. I don't think it would be like Terra Cataracta or frickin'... I forgot what the third one is called. My apologies. I don't think it would be any of the three that we brought to the island. My thoughts are Master Juva, if it's someone that's nice that is actually evil. I don't know why he would do that, because he was really adamant about wanting to protect the island, unless he goes like, we protect the island by making sure no one enters or leaves by entering it in internal darkness. But he helped stop stuff and like directly connected to the shadow, so I don't know about that. But my other thought is Akala, because Akala has been there the entire time with us as a supposed good guy, but hasn't said an insane amount of stuff. Like, they've been there in the back, they've been helping us in combat and whatnot, but I think I wouldn't put it past them to do all of that. And they also did what do you call it? It would be kind of an interesting thing, because, you know, at the start of Ochette's route, you're forced to pick either Akala or the other one, the owl. So, and one of them, whichever one you don't end up choosing, ends up as the final boss for Ochette. So maybe it would be a cool way to spin it if the other one ends up being evil too. So it's kind of like your choice doesn't matter in the end, technically, because like you still have to fight them both as like an evil thing, but one of them isn't necessarily evil, and the other one was evil but acting cool the entire time. I don't know. I'm just spitballing things that sound like they could be cool without really any evidence to back it up. Anyways, now I will read all of this. All the world's information flows through a newspaper, a river of facts alongside a paper water wheel. An endless procession of scoop, scoop, scoop. As a journalist, I'll dash about the world investigating, uncovering, and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? Oh my god. So all of that talking like a frickin' like yippee yahoo, that was all just a ploy. I've thought about this a lot, and everyone has some fact they're hiding. Vast sums of knowledge locked in noggins the world over. But how to crack open these repositories and acquire those tasty secrets within? That's the rub, of course. As I am now, I doubt that I have the dexterity to pick any of these cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop. Hiding quietly on the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. I spent all the time that I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Here's what I learned. People let their guard down around cute little animals. A scowling guard captain will play cuddly coo with an adorable puppy, and soon confess all his gripes to the precious thing. And soon I will become the puppy. I'll wag my little doggy tail, act the part of the friendly little non-threatening furball, and slide right into people's confidences. I wonder who this could be. My brother may be the soaring eagle with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eyed hound, keeping my nose to the ground and sniffing out every last detail I can find. Oh my god. You know, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting... I was thinking that Partitio's content in particular really didn't connect to the Shadow. And that carried over into this chapter, and I thought maybe he's not even connected whatsoever. Maybe he's just a red herring. Maybe there's nothing related to Partitio that we have to deal with. And then boom. I thought like maybe something in Oswald's chapter is gonna come up when we go over to the Felsun ruins. Nope. Oh shit. Like, good lord, man. We have 2 more, by the way. Journal fragment 2. I don't know if this is the same person or not, but it says journal fragment, so I assume it is. My oldest memory is crimson. A spray of bright red droplets and a harrowing scream. A crowd fleeing in all directions, and enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents. Some of them even laughed as they did it. Amidst this, I was a stone. Still in my tender years, I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, but merely watched the chaos unfold. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressionable mind. I suppose something is already broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest were it not for my brother. His cunning carved a path for us out of that hellish place. So I guess this is Ori. Ori did talk about her brother, I believe. It's been a while, though, so I honestly don't remember. Off the top of my head, at least. My brother is brilliant. So much so that the enemy Cain spared him if he would serve. Despite his genius, despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were in their attempts to avoid bloodshed, the blood always flowed. Despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were. Wait. Is Ori... No way. Ori and Aboro? They're relatives? Is that what this is hinting at? We never actually saw Ori's brother, did we? Humans steal. They kill. They take and they take and they take. Lives, possessions, land, it's the state of our nature. A simple fact of our existence. My brother and I have seen much together, and we've both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why not make it short? Wow. And number 3. Let's hit it. I need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me the letter addressed to Raime. Perhaps he'd been in his cups. Yeah, okay, Raime. So this is indeed a Boro we're talking about. I didn't need to ask him why he would be celebrating. The fundraising in Montwise was going swimmingly. On my way home, I spotted Hikari. He's the key to everything in Ku. If our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he's after. I doubt Hikari has a clue who I am. Another tactic proposed by Brother Dearest. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. But though Hikari doesn't know anything about me, I certainly know a lot about him. Hikari has another side to him. A second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Somewhere in the past, Clan Ku's blood mingled with that of the infamous Archmage Darkest, sparking a history of war and sacrifice. A more odious bloodline I do not know. As I passed Hikari in the street for a moment, I felt as if our eyes met. His eyes was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had that bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had. I had been through the same terrible war. Holy shit. This is an entire damn thing. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this one to be so lore-filled. This is bad. Hikaru is captured before I had the chance to deliver my brother's letter to Raime. If Hikari is killed, it'll ruin everything and we'll have to start over from scratch. Clan May calls the Fortress of Stormhail its home. The coldest place in Celestia, and I hate it. Time is of the essence, yet this frigid blizzard is battering me about like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps without being blown 3 back. By the time I finally reached Stormhail, Hikari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Raime on his own. I handed my overdue missive to one of Raime's retainers and quickly put that chilly place behind me. Sorry if I sound nasally, by the way. Things are a bit, I don't know, I'm just starting to... I feel like I'm coming down on something as I'm doing this recording. Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. I took a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked, doubting my ears. What was going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known. That swine had stuffed leaves into the judge's pocket to bribe him into that decision. Why? I want him to see the power of my perfected magic. That's his reason, the blighted fool. Pride. Worthless pride. We need the Book of Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently, my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made his contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose it isn't a problem after all. Regardless, I should hurry and gather what information I can about Frigid Isle. If this is actually Ori, what the fuck? How? Sick? Jesus. Why is there so much for this? I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture. The Book of Demons is nearly complete, so he was in a jovial mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Frigid Isle and died in the attempt. I thought the news would throw his high spirits off a cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It was creepy. When he finally settled down, he merely said, I need to prepare for my guest's arrival, and vanished back into his laboratory, humming cheerfully all the while. It's like he thinks Oswald is alive. Is Oswald alive? It can't be, and yet... If so, then he will come here to find Harvey and seek his vengeance. Wait, this could be perfect. I doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If I can set those two against each other, it might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. I wonder if my brother has predicted this too. This is a very slow process because of all this. Number 7. Good lord. Harvey has left for Duskroon Shrine. The remains of Archmage Darkcast will provide the final piece that Harvey needs. The Book of Demons will soon be complete. I found a nice, cozy place to conceal myself, and sure enough, Oswald showed up. Just as predicted, the two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. There was one surprise, however. Harvey escaped What the fuck? What was that bright flash of magic? A glimpse of a force that made dwarf even that of the Book of Demons? That girl, does she have some special power within her? Oh shit. Wait. Right. No, Harvey mentioned something about that. He wanted to make special use of Oswald's daughter. Sorry, I forget her. Elena. Yeah, Elena, right? Or was that his wife? I forget. But anyways, yeah. Point is, she has some special stuff with her, so I'm thinking she's probably related to, like, the Goddess Clan. The Goddess Clan, the God Clan, whatever it was. I think there's a high chance that she's connected to that. And maybe that's the special power she has? I don't know, it's hard to tell. There's number 8. Good lord. Yeah, Elena. Okay, cool. Oswald entrusted the girl Elena to his assistant before setting off on a journey. Like all Potties, the blood of the Lumina family runs in Elena's veins. Okay, I was right on that. I'll need to continue monitoring her to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into her studies. A diligent girl, I suppose, but I am curious as to why her brow sometimes wrinkles and she cradles her head in her hands. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set on some happy goal far off in the distance. A marked difference from when I saw her in Harvey's company. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. My heart nearly leapt out of my throat when I heard that assistant's voice ring out behind me. "Can I help you, miss?" I immediately turned and tried to distract and dissemble with my tried and true cover story. "Can I interest you in a newspaper subscription?" She smiled then, eyes warm, but I sensed a keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I will not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found. I need to abandon my surveillance. Too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing suspect in all the time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to more important matters. They have not mentioned Partitio whatsoever yet, and that's kind of concerning. Just kind of the new Delsta times. Oh, number 9. Why is there so much lore? Well, here I am in Candlebrine. Word is that I can find someone who has the lost pages of the Book of Night's original script. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Guard, seems to be moving as Arcanet predicted in assembling these pages. There's a potential problem, however. A nosy inquisitor named Temenos seems to have caught wind of all this. Arcanet has her eye on him, but I can only pray he doesn't make any problems for us. I'll need to be careful not to draw his attention, too. The Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Allying myself with Arcanet was merely the easiest means to that end. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however. He was quite forceful about it. I wonder why. Yeesh. Holy fucking shit, no way! Huh? 10? This lore's insane, yo! This isn't real. It's gotta get, like, shorter and more unhinged. There's no way it's actually that many pages. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Guard, is driven by a lust for vengeance. To achieve that end, she seeks to make the power of the shadow her own. And with the restored Book of Night in hand, she set out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dream of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the right Arcanet taught her is purposely flawed. So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine, and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldina's right went awry, and she transformed into a most hideous form. No one told me I have to deal with some horrible monster. This is but my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need to fear. That Temenos showed up and handled the Caldina problem for me. I suppose Arcanet was behind his well-timed arrival. What a puppet master, bravo. I finally understood why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down to the ritual site after Temenos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. All that's left is to combine it with the Book of Demons and we'll be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Holy shit, there's a lot of frickin' parts to this. This is not real. I'm still in denial. This is actually... It's gonna be an entire thing, isn't it? They're just weaving every plot thread together here. What the fuck? Here I am, grand old Timberane, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that an apothecary named Trousseau is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend a hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down this path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into Lost Seed. There he met Claude, who gave him the Book of Night. What the fuck, man? Oh my god. They are actually... I was kind of half joking, but literally, all of this lore, oh my god, it is just insane. Literally, I would not have expected this character to be doing, like, I guess it makes sense that if you got a shit ton of exposition, that it would come from a freaking reporter, or like a journalist or something, but holy shit. And the fact that every single one of them leads into another, it's insane. Claude was disappointed with the encounter, it seems. He had swayed Trousseau to his side, but couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that this other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that belied a sense of fierce determination. What was her name again? Ah, yes, Casti. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timberane to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. As if that wasn't enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intuition was right. Casti is someone to keep an eye on. My brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wrench in our plans. So I'm guessing that Ori did all of this, relayed the info to Oboro, and then the reason we didn't find Oboro is because Oboro is the one that knows all of this. Maybe Ori is with Oboro. Maybe they're together. I wouldn't be surprised. Like a double boss thing. I don't know. Do I go to this one first? I think this one's slightly lower. I met a merchant today in Clockbank. Here we go. An honest fellow with laughing eyes named Particio. He's boasted that it'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights to the steam engine from its current owner, Mr. Rock. Then he'll give the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said, "Things like this should be shared with the whole world." Particio confuses me. If I can borrow the Ruthless Rock's words, "It is human nature to take from others and give unto oneself." Despite his noble declarations, I'm sure Particio proved himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win out in the end. They always do. Meanwhile, Particio says, fuck that. I mean, I do like that among all of this, the Particio confuses me statement really does make it seem like it makes sense why she was in his route of all people. Intrigued by him. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Particio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others only gets you betrayed in the end. Are we almost here? 15? My brother made a deal with Harvey. Craft the Book of Demons, and evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Darkest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we need it to restore the lost Dark Blood Grimoire. The rub here is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome, thus the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkest are a vital component. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. It sounds like he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset. So we'll do everything we can to assist him. Sorry I have to breathe so much in between all of this. It's a lot of fucking dialogue. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is. A severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if it meant he could best the man. We let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues, but honestly I think it wasn't necessary. The bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely have been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom that twisted mind of his. XIV. Oh, I got these in the wrong order? This is 14, the other one was 15, I think. That is my phone going off. Good lord. I'm recording way too late recently. Okay, okay, so we're going back in time a bit here. Particcio's gone and done it. He has gone and done it. He's humbled a rock and actually wrested the rights to the steam engine from that greedy tycoon. Still, that's nothing compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away, just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. He's lived up to that grandiose statement and then some. The heat of his passion even melted Rock's icy heart, and I didn't think the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Particio did is impossible, unimaginable, unconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time. To date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interests. But Particio, is he truly different? Is he someone who can at last transform this dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother? Holy shit. Particio is such a Chad that he literally takes like one of the big-ass villains and just converts them. XVI. Oh, Final Fantasy 16. I know this one. Welcome to my humble castle. Sorry, I'm looking at how long the recording is. This shit's going on forever. That was how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed before he took me on a casual stroll through the rotting mausoleum of the town. I struggle not to gag on the stench of death and decay, all the while him smiling, breathing deep as if taking in the airs of a tranquil mountain meadow. This ghastly man's name is Claude, and he is the descendant of the infamous Archmage Darkest. It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of the blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vide, frighteningly enough, while he was still in the womb. As a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. With the blood of Darkest and Vide within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the Dark God's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny and instead chose to pass the honor on to his offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just that we have one. Claude, however, seems to have preferences in the matter. Preferences? The man sired countless children with countless women and set his progeny at each other's throats. To the bloody victor goes the ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down, his eyes seeming to pierce my very soul, as if he was seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me, too. Gross. Frickin' weirdo. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose in Lost Seed fulfilled, I hurried out of there. Can't wait to hand the staff over to Arcanet and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. 2 more. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh, good Lord Almighty. 17. Dear Diary, today I met with Petricor, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. Oh shit. Finally! Finally, lore on this person! Holy shit. A woman, huh? Dark Hunter, not Dark Slayer. I was a nerd. I'd introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Arcanet's request. She was talkative today and had this to say. I'm just gonna do a generic, deep-pitched woman voice, I guess. I met Arcanet when I was young, and it was then that I swore myself to her service. Ever since, I have hunted for her and her alone, even slain the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame at her behest. Sometimes I hunted people too, like the time I came to possess the Darkblood bow. So there's this Darkblood weapons of each type. Wait, we saw one of... Is that what one of those was in frickin', what was it? Temenos' route. In the... We had a... Like, there was something in the past and it was showing one of Temenos' best friend that died a long time ago. He was holding one of those. And I'm gonna guess because it wasn't the Darkblood blade, so I'm guessing it was the dagger or something? Once again, my lady has use of me, and so I shall gladly obey. I nodded along, and when she was finished, she showed me a monster. This beast, which she had captured on Todohaha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked on this earth. I asked her what it was. She told me the result of years of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. Oh, I feel so bad for the damn thing. So that's what happens to the one that you don't pick for Ochette. It ends up just getting frickin' tortured and bullied, abused, and experimented on by Harvey on top of everything. What the fuck? The result... an abomination crafted through repeated and horrifying experiments. I nodded again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be a great source of power. It seems that leaving the flame of Todohaha in her care should prove no issue. Well, I guess we're just getting lore on where all of this shit's going down. I mean, I had an idea it would be the Dark Hunter, but we haven't even seen them yet, I don't think. Oh boy. And here's the last one. Journal Fragment 19. I can't believe it. How did a Particio turn that economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? That business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Alron's department store come to life woke something warm inside me. I have told Particio that the world's filled with people groaning under the weight of 1,000 problems. It's fresh ideas like this that bring a ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out in public like that. I suppose my declaration is proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to believe in him. My defense, he's really something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. The truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Particio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I've ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he convinced the Alrond to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion! The question is, will Particio prove to be a man of integrity? Will he actually use those leaves to help the world, and not just to line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer. Only a bit, mind. I find myself needing to see what he does next. So that was a bit scattered out of order, mostly for the Particio stuff. Like, they did the Alron stuff as the last thing we picked up, which is kind of odd. Aliphan, the Scholar King. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting all that. Oh, inheritor of our wills, let the mirror shine. Okay. Holy shit, that lore. Oh my god. That was swamped with words and everything, and I read it all, and I don't know how I did it, but good lord, that was a lot of lore. I don't even know what to say. What do I say to that, huh? Like, what the shit? That, oh my god, that was a lot of lore. I'm surprised they didn't even name drop Ori a single time. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna show it when we use the frickin' mirror here. But we're not doing that this time, because we are at an hour of recording after spending probably a frickin' almost half of it on that frickin' lore. Jesus. Insane stuff, though. Like, they really just gave you the largest lore dump they could at just here, scattered. And that's wild. It's kind of weird. I really hope that whatever happens to Ori that we're going to see in this next scene, because obviously she was here, but she dropped all of her journal and shit. I'm hoping that at least there gets to be a final interaction between her and Particio, because while I did have problems with her mic and whatnot, I do think after reading all of this that honestly she seems like a pretty cool character. Like, writing wise, being like mostly a person corrupted by the dark, but then you see a light through Particio, that just seems real awesome to me, and I like it. Awesome from a storytelling perspective. But anyways, after all that reading, we're just gonna have to call things here. It feels weird. I feel like we went through so much, but so little at the same time. Actually, no, we went through a lot. It was just the fact that half of it was... I don't know. Actually, I think I do know. It's because we've been dealing with only this frickin' single soundtrack for 90% of this episode, and I feel like I'm going insane. Oh my god. Well, I guess the composer did a great job in that sense. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and next time on Octopath Traveler 2, God even knows what we're gonna find. But we've got to figure out what's behind the scenes here, light the flame, and then it's off to Toto Haha. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja, matane.